Hello, everybody. We're coming to you guys live from Epcot. You got Spaceship Earth right there. We are at the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival, where we're going to be taking a look at some of the topiaries that are found here at the front portion of the park, opposed to World Showcase. This is going to be our entrance area right here, where this here, welcoming us to the park, is the Family Magical from Encanto. We're gonna try to sneak by the front here. Kind of go through. So this year we got these 4 characters along with Tiana have been added to the festival this year. Usually we get some recycled topiaries, but you always get a few new ones. So these are our new ones this year, along with Tiana, who's back in World Showcase. She's up in the American Adventure Pavilion. We'll take a look at her in a different time here. But today we're just going to be focusing on the front part of the park here. We're going to kind of do a loop by Figment, make our way towards Figment, cut across, make our way over towards Guardians of the Galaxy, where we don't have any by Guardians of the Galaxy, but we're not directly in front. But we do have Donald and Daisy over there. So in addition to the Encanto one here, we also have butterflies. The butterflies have been greeting guests into the festival pretty much every single year since it first debuted. We got one on this side. There's another massive butterfly on the other side of the entire planet here, way over yonder. The part about the butterfly one that I absolutely love, not love, I just think it's funny, is on the back side you always have it so it's so colorful and full of life, and then whenever you go to this side it's always like dull and just green. Look at all the flowers. Let me know in the comments, have you ever been to the Flower and Garden Festival? And out of the festivals that you've been to, which one is your favorite? This is my second favorite after the Festival of the Arts. So we're going to make our way over towards Figment here. Along the way, we will have a stop with Woody and Bo Peep, along with Billy, Goat, and Gruff, the 3 sheep. And then we'll have Figment over here. We'll also have one of Mickey, Minnie, and Pluto and Chippendale. And then we have a Donald and Daisy one, and then eventually we'll have Buzz Lightyear. They also recently opened up this path last week. I did post a video about it on my YouTube channel last week, but this entire area right here is just a massive circle. But if you're coming from any location, it doesn't really show that this is an option anymore, even though it is an option. So a lot of people are not coming through this way, they're going through the other ones. So since then, actually this is the busiest I've ever seen this path right here. It's been like dead or something been on it. And we discovered the other night that if you're leaving the park at the end of the night, they force you to go not down this path, but they force you to go the other way. After the fireworks, that is. Well, we head to our next ones here. So like I said, the next one's going to be Woody along with Bo Peep and Billy, Goat, and Gruff. Woody has been around for quite a few years. He originally debuted back in the mid-2000s. Then he disappeared for a few years, and then in 2010 when Toy Story 3 came out, they brought him back up at the American Adventure Pavilion. Then he disappeared from that area and was put into a Toy Story play area, which is now the Wall-E play area that is over by the Connections gift shop. And then after that, he eventually made his way over this way for the last few years. Ever since Toy Story 4 came out, him, along with Bo Peep now, have been making appearances together. I do like how pretty it is during the festival. So this is going to be our Moana area right here. This is going to be the World Celebration building, where we're going to have festivals along with character meet and greets with characters like Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy. If you remember, those three used to have their own meet and greet area. And now the last few years, they've kind of just been scattered. I feel bad because Minnie's kind of had 2 or 3 different spots that she kind of goes back and forth between. But lately she's been right by where we started this broadcast. And Goofy's been kind of right by where we started the broadcast as well. And Mickey is now over at the Imagination Pavilion. There we go. We got Bo Peep right here. Billy Goat and Gruff. And then Woody as well. I think these are some of the most detailed topiaries. Like, look at his face. The fact that that is plants blows my mind. I do like the barrel monkeys in the trees there. So another touch that they added for this year's festival, which I absolutely love, is actually added the fountains inside of the waterways that are coming up here on our right and left hand side. So these fountains usually aren't here. I'm hoping that they are not temporary. I hope that they are permanent. Monorail. Isn't that nice and relaxing? Hi. Coming up, dead ahead, it's going to be Journey to Imagination Figment. Figment has been in topiary form for quite some time now. Actually, he makes appearances in almost every single festival now. He was going strong for about 3 straight years without ever disappearing, just moving different locations. And then this past year, he kind of disappeared for a while, but now he is back for this festival. And the plants they have made up of him are much more unique. They're not like your typical plants. Well, not like flower plants. It looks like cabbages all over him. And got the little wooden wings there. I think he looks great. Okay, coming up on our left-hand side, we are going to have our Lion King one. Lion King one has been around for, I want to say, 3 or 4 years now in this location. Originally debuted up at the African Outpost about 5 or 6 years ago, and has been hanging out in this area for the last few years. I am kind of bummed though, because in the past I've been able to get really cool pictures of Simba along with Spaceship Earth behind him. And now since we have this massive building being built here, we will no longer be able to get that picture. So here we have Mufasa, Sarabi, Beaky there, along with Simba. Is it windy? I just saw the thing. Does it sound windy on your side? It's slightly windy today, but it's not anything bad. I'm not sure why it sounded windy on your side. Unless it was the water earlier. Alright, we've got 3 more stops before we wrap up this broadcast. Our first one's going to be coming up here on the bridge heading over towards World Showcase. That's going to be where we're going to have Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, along with Chip and Dale. Also, we go up that way on our right-hand side here.
Yeah, you're right.
We do have the waterway made up of thousands of flowers. And then thousands of flowers make different shapes, like massive flowers. We got a hidden Mickey right here. We'll go to the end here so you can kind of see them a little bit better. First one there is a Minnie. It's kind of tough to see from this angle too. We'll be able to see all of them a little bit better once we get down by our friend in the blue shirt there. Not an actual friend, but maybe he will be someday. So looking around, we got a Minnie Mouse right here, massive flower. That's the Mickey head we were right behind. Another flower, and then this is another Minnie right here. This is one of my favorite spots during the festival. If you hang out over this way, around the corner here, you can get really cool pictures of the monorail with all the different flowers there. Hey, coming up at the start of the bridge here, we've got that one that we've been talking about, the Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, and Chip and Dale. Ooh, let's do a fun fact here. There are only 3 characters. 3 characters that appear in topiary form more than once. Who are those 3 characters? We got Dale, Chip, Mickey here, Minnie, and then Pluto on the backside. We'll kind of swing around this way. I'll give you a hint. For those 3 characters that are duplicated, 2 of them are right here in front of us, and is the more obvious of the 2. Mickey and Minnie, you are correct. Mickey and Minnie can also be found at the entrance to World Showcase from the International Gateway. So if you're coming in by Skyliner, or if you're coming from the Boardwalk, Yacht Club, Beach Club, Swan and Dolphin, there's a topiary over there of Mickey and Minnie. And then the 3rd character is actually going to be our next stop. And actually much closer of the duplicates than the other spot. But if you look right across the water over here, you can see the Mexico Pavilion, and the 3 characters that are represented at the Mexico Pavilion in topiary form are the 3 Caballeros. So we got Jose Carioca, Panchito Pestillos, and Donald Duck. And Donald Duck, of course, is not just there, but he's also going to be at the next spot where we're heading to, where him and Daisy are together. Alright, the wind might pick up here for you. It's kind of windy right now on the face. This is the Farmer's Feast. So the first day of the festival, I was very confused because in the past, not all the time, but most of the times, all the main characters, aka Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, Pluto, Chip and Dale, are all usually together or pretty close together. And this year, we had those 5 right there that we just saw: Mickey, Minnie, Chip and Dale, and Pluto. And then Goofy is kind of near the entrance of, well, not kind of, he's at the entrance of World Showcase, at the other end of the bridge. And I was like, where on earth is Donald and Daisy? Why did they move them from everyone else? But Donald and Daisy are going to be up here at our next location. And this lady thinks I'm trying to record her. I'm not trying to record you. I'm trying to get by. This guy's making a Mickey right here.
Everyone's so excited.
That's it, right over here near the entrance of the Connections Eatery. Notice on ESPN. I don't know if you can hear the alerts on there. I'm assuming you can. Something about the Milwaukee Brewers, for those of you guys wondering. So here we've got Donald Duck along with Daisy Duck. I am kind of disappointed because when they usually have been by themselves in the past, usually we have Huey, Dewey, and Louie with them too. But not this year. Oh, there's our next monorail. Okay, let's head to our final topiary for today's broadcast. It's gonna be found over here by Mission Space. There's gonna be Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. Now this one has switched throughout the years between Buzz Lightyear along with Stitch, kind of going back and forth the last few years. It's thankfully been Buzz Lightyear. Not that I don't like Stitch, I just think the Buzz Lightyear is a better topiary than the Stitch one. The Stitch one's kind of basic. If they got like blue flowers to make him like look the same color as Stitch, I would be 1,000,000% more on board. While we come up here, I would like to let you know. I'd like to let you guys know that we did release another YouTube video today showing the 50th anniversary cavalcade of Mickey, Minnie, and Friends over at the Magic Kingdom. There's Buzz Lightyear. And of course, as always, if you guys aren't already subscribed, then make sure you subscribe. We're going to be wrapping up our broadcast right here. Thank you everyone for joining us today. I hope you guys had a good time walking around and checking out some of the topiaries here with me. We will be coming back in the near future to check out some of the ones over at World Showcase, and we'll do a 3rd episode finishing up the other ones on the other side of World Showcase. But until next time, I hope everyone out there is having a super califragilistic type of weekend, and we'll see you guys all a little later.
I think